This interview is for information only and should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy shares in the company featured. Welcome to this Stock Box interview.
Joining us today is Robbie McRae, the CEO of Caracal Gold, following news this morning from the company on the much anticipated funding. So hello, Robbie. Welcome back onto Stockbox. How are you doing?
Morning, Mark. Very well, and yourself? It's been a good morning.
Very good. Yes, very good. Thank you, Robbie. Thank you for joining us. Of course, the news this morning that you've entered into a prepaid gold purchase agreement with a contract price totaling up to $10.5 million US with OCIM Metals and Mining. This is a non-dilutive financing, and looking at the market cap of Caracal, circa £10 million to have raised or got the funding of $10 million US is pretty significant. I know it's been long anticipated by you and shareholders. So first of all, just give me your reaction to this.
We're very pleased, Mark. We're very pleased. We worked very hard on getting this done. It's a missing piece of the puzzle. The market's been wondering how we're going to do it. Lots of people have been wondering, but we've worked very hard to get it done. Amazing story. We met OCIM at the 1-to-1 conference in Cape Town in May, and I know it feels like a long time, but we've managed to close the deal between May and now. Significant financing for a company our size, and it should unlock all the value that we believe is sitting in the company. So we're very excited, and OCIM are a great partner, and we look forward to working with them in the future. They've got a big balance sheet. They love the gold sector. They think outside of the box. So I think Caracal and OCIM will do a few more deals in the future, which is also really good. So very exciting.
Okay. Could you tell us a little bit more about OCIM, sort of who they are, their background, their history, what kind of projects they have in the portfolio, and also why, what they liked about your project at Kilimapesa?
Yeah, I mean, OCIM are a French-based company. They're a private company. For anyone who wants to do some work on them, very easy, www.ocim.eu. And there's lots of good information there, so people can have a look and look it up. They like the precious metal space, and they've got an interesting business model where they come in and finance junior companies who are close to production. In production, you need money to expand their model. So it's an ideal model for us. And we've in a very short space of time we've managed to put together a very good deal from them. I missed the second part of the question. Maybe just ask it again, and I'll
well,
answer.
Just really what they liked about Kilimapesa, really, and why they decided to do this agreement with you.
I mean, Kili ticked all the boxes for them. We've got a very strong team, from Rian to Frank to the team that we've managed to put together on site. So they believe in the team, the quality of work that we've done on the project. From the geology through the resource, through the mining, through our plan, what we want to do on the expansion on the plant. It's very well thought out, planned, and ready to go. So they really like that. Being a London-listed company, they like to deal with London-listed companies. It brings an automatic credibility to it. We listed in London, which means we would have gone through a lot of due diligence processes, etc., to be listed already. We're a producer of gold. So we LBMA registered, which is great. We sell gold into major refineries in Europe, so we've been accredited by all the refineries. So a lot of stacks up for Caracal. They realised we're a small company, small market cap, but we've done a lot of serious work to get where we are. We went through a very detailed due diligence process from their team, from legal, financial, technical, production, everything. So we're very proud to have got through that process and to have passed the process, for them to have selected us as a partner and to be working with them going forward.
Excellent. Well, it's certainly a very significant time for Caracal to have secured that deal. Are you able to let the market know, or shareholders know, how much gold has been agreed to be sold to OCIM and at what price? The RNS mentioned it was discounted.
The discount, it's sold at spot on the day that we deliver. It's a minute discount to the spot price on the day. So that's really good. And we're supplying them with less than 15% of our production over the period. So we by far still receive the majority of our gold, and it's an extremely competitive deal.
Excellent. So less than 15% of the expected gold production from Kilo Pesa, and at a minimal discount to spot price. So yeah, that's a pretty good deal there, and I'm sure there'll be more information on that to follow as anticipated by the market. So indeed. So you say that this is to, of course, expand the production at Kilo Pesa Gold Mine to the targeted 24,000 ounce per annum. And with a final commissioning date to achieve this now set for March 23. So it's excellent that we can now talk about a hard deadline there. That's very good to see. And the funds raised will also be used to complete the Phase 2 exploration program at the Nyakafura project in Tanzania. With more news to come, of course, we are anticipating things like the Q3 Ops report and the mineral reserve estimate. So just give us a bit of an idea, Robbie, of now that you've got this big milestone out of the way, what's to come for Caracal, before Christmas. I know it's quite soon, but also going into early next year.
Yeah, I mean, we had to get this out. I think there were a lot of questions of whether we could raise this amount of money to finish the expansion. We've now proved to the market that we can. There's more news to come on the financing side as well in the very near future. So that's also very exciting. Again, non-dilutive. It's key. I'm a big shareholder in Caracal, and I don't want to raise money at these prices. I don't want to be diluted. And we the same thing for our shareholders. And we've got a producing asset that produces gold that makes money. We've got a rock solid expansion program for it. So why not leverage that, access money to build the future of the company? So we had a strategy, the board agreed it, the board gave me a lot of support, and we went out and we executed it. So it's been a great team effort from us and all the partners that we pulled in. We're fully funded now across the board. We're fully funded for the expansion to the 24,000 ounces. We're fully funded for the regional exploration program that we're conducting within the Kilo Pesa license area, and we're fully funded for Phase 2 of the Tanzanian project. So, in my recent speech at 121 in Frankfurt, the first proper announcement on the regional exploration within the Kilo Pesa license area is on the way. The results are really, really good. We're very, very happy, and there's going to be some really good news coming out of that. This money is going to allow us to be even more aggressive on that program, which is going to be great. So we're chuffed about that. I've seen the draft of the Phase 1 Tanzania report from the work that we did, where we relogged the core, sent it away from assay, confirmed the previous mineral resource estimate, planned what we were going to do under Phase 2. That final report will be issued imminently, and part of that report will also be what we plan to do in Phase 2. It entails some drilling and possibly growing the resource a bit. So that's really exciting, and we'll push the button on that. And these funds allow us to do that really aggressively as well. And then obviously there's the expansion. 24,000 ounces a year at $1,000 to $1,100 an ounce. Company's going to be making some serious money. For us, it's really, really good. I look across the border in Tanzania, and a Tanzanian Gold Corp. Their production profile is less than ours. They're targeting 1,000 ounces a month, 12,000 ounces a year. They've also drawn down money from OSIM and have deployed that money, that capital, into their operation. Very well run operation, good team on site, producing the gold, making money. They've got 140 million Canadian market cap. We're not even 20 million pounds. When the market in London wakes up and realizes what we've got, the team that we've got, the projects that we've got, that we're fully funded, and how we're delivering, we're a 100 million pound company.
You're a 100 million pound company. Well, it is always good to get a bit of a comparison there. So that's TRX Gold there that you've made that comparison to. A fair comparison, do you think, to Caracal, would you say, at this point in time?
It's an extremely relevant comparison. It's the same geography. It's East Africa, same size resource as us, slightly bigger resource, but very, very similar, not far off. They're not exploring as aggressively as us, so we're growing. They kind of they one project. We've got two projects. They only own 60% of the project. We own 100% of our project. Their production profile is 1,000 ounces per month. Okay, they've finished their construction. So there's pluses and areas where we might be a little bit better, where they're a little bit better, and it's a very well-run company. It's got a good management team. They've gone through the same process we went through with OSIM, which means I know what we went through with OSIM. So it's a good company. They're making money. They deliver what they say they're going to do when they do, which is what we do. And yeah, I mean, 120 million pound Canadian, 120 million Canadian versus 15 million pounds.
15 million pounds, yeah, it's a big difference, and maybe, as you say, the market will cotton on at some point. Maybe it needs to see this 24-hour 1,000 ounces. Of course, that's 2,000 a month. So that's double what this company is doing, this TRX company. But hopefully, you as you say, you'll get there by March next year. That's the date to have that tied in. So fully funded across the board, expecting the Q3 report anytime, the mineral resource estimate as well to come with that. And of course, drilling results there from recent exploration as well, commencing in the summer. So all these things are sort of due fairly soon, are they?
Yeah, absolutely. All fairly soon. They're all in the pipeline. I apologize to the shareholders for the delay in the Q3 report. It's just been completely snowed with the financing, but there's all of this information will start to flow. Some tremendously exciting photographs and progress coming from site over the next couple of months. I mean, seeing the big crushing plant delivered to site, the new elution plant being constructed, the big heap leach pads being constructed, some of the stuff in the community where the schools and all the community projects, etc., that we'll be involved with. So, from a visual point of view, from a news point of view, from everything, it's going to be an exciting time for Caracal.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for that update, Robbie. It is, of course, to get that financing out there, particularly in these sort of markets, that must take a lot of pressure off. It's been a long time in the works, I understand. So it's good to see that finally being sorted, and significantly sorted as well. So on with developments at Caracal and Kilometer, and I look forward to catching up with you and seeing some of those visuals when we can. But thank you very much, the CEO, Robbie McRae of Caracal Gold.
Mark, always good to talk to you. We need to get you to Kenya.
I will come, don't worry.
If you enjoyed this interview, then give us a thumbs up, a like or a retweet. Subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Twitter and hit that notification bell to be the first to know when we release new content. There's loads of great content on our website too, across all our programs at stockboxmedia.com. Thank you for watching.